Dear conscious human beings of the universe, the planet, the earth, where are we? How many days to Christmas? And how many of us are consciously stepping on earth? Remember, 1 year ago, there was no such thing as coronavirus. There was no such thing as COVID. There was no such thing as lockdown. There was no such thing as restrictions and tears. And there was no such thing as tears and tears. There was no such thing as anxiety. There was no such thing as you could not go to a pub or to a club. There was no such thing that you could not book your Christmas party for your colleagues and friends and family and so on and so forth. Yes, there was no such thing that you had imagined in your head that has come to make us absolutely painful. It is this no such thing has come to make us realize there is such thing as nature and life. It is so real. Unless the life itself has touched you, will you have ever paid attention to life itself? If the life itself has come to shake you, would you have ever remembered that you are alive? If the life itself has come to waken you up, or your family, or your friends, or your community, or your extended family, or that vulnerable person that you knew was unwell, if that hasn't come to shake you up to the sensitive, fragile, mortal nature of life, I really don't know what you mean by life and what you imagine by life. What you imagine by life that one has to go through because of the current circumstances that we all face on earth. There was no such thing last year that you could not party. You could not get drunk until you fell down to the earth or fell down into the rose bush and hurt yourself, or you fell down with your copious amount of drinks you ingested you could not digest, so all you could do was puke, and you felt on your own puke, whilst your friends, so-called friends, who was laughing and making videos of you being fallen in your own vomit on the side of the gutter, on the side of the road or middle of the road, whilst they enjoyed, laughed, and posted your videos online. Is this what life means for you? Is this what life is really about you living? Is it something more profound that you can step out of your own psychological nonsense and psychological twisted life that you have adopted because of the social norms that we have accepted to be as our current values? Or have you woken up to a state where you can become a conscious being, that you are now a responsible human being, at least when we are coming into the season of most sensitive times of our lives? Arriving towards the end of the year? No, there are no end of the year for this planet. There's no end of the day. It is the imaginary logic to keep us in sync with the existence that we have created this. Remember, the existence and the life out there is so exuberant and phenomenal. Whilst we were locked down, the earth, the planets, the galaxies, the stars, the moons, the earth, sun has kept us alive, has constantly carried on in its natural form, supporting our lives. Even during a dark cloud, the sun was still shining, the moon was still bright, the stars were sparkling. It is the cloud that shrouded us. Please remember, don't let your thought take over your life and you become a compulsive creature, that you also become a failure of your own making. The nature is not here to hurt you or harm you or to make you feel locked down. Nature is in balance. Don't think the world can fit into your minuscule, microscopic speck of dust of a thought and significance you have given to your life and your thought and your emotions and your nonsensical aspirations that you took on. No. It never can fit into your minuscule ideals. You have to change your idea and fit into the very magic of what is to become a life and a phenomena in this existence, that we are just an outcrop, a pop-up of the existence. Your significance, your ideals, your grand ideas, your grand aspirations, your dreams can only fulfill that if you walk the full stride and respect and recognize every step of your way without you being the destruction along the way. I speak very little. Maybe so many will never be able to digest what I'm saying. For sure, you have been ingesting a lot of undigestive thoughts. Even I could not pronounce it because it's so twisted and turned in our minds. Even I could not digest what is simply the existence that is supporting us. It is supporting and keeping us all alive. All we have to do is to deliver with our hands, with our minds, with our thoughts and emotions and energies in our body, the well-being and the best. Ultimately, you will realize that life means a phenomena. Life means a magic. And for you as an individual to experience that magic is that you have realized the very sensitive nature of life and the mortal nature of life, and that you did what was really necessary for life to thrive, for you and all around you. And you become also the most pleasant experience of life, the most pleasant experience of emotions, the body, the mind, the thought, and every action. The very steps you take becomes a pleasant experience, a joyful experience, exuberant and ecstatic experience for you and everyone around you. That you will become the most gentle creature on the planet, that you can sense the reverberation of life around you and lift you to a place, not a geographical, to a place of sensitivity,